Johnny No Stars. A. Since Dave took out a major part of the training bridge, Class 6 course, how can they train Class 8 and Class 12 auditors? Do they just say whatever and skip the most important auditor course there is? B. According to John Atack and Karen de la Carriere, there were only a few Class 12 case supervisors ever made in all the history of Scientology, and currently there might not be even one left. Is this true? And if so, how can they deliver the L's? Okay, thank you for this question. I'm going to give you my best supposition on this because obviously I'm not in the church anymore and I'm not privy to what they're doing or how they justify the kind of crazy changes that they're making in the bridge. Miscavige has been very busy rewriting all of Scientology and scalpeling or excising, taking away all the things that Hubbard said that he doesn't like or that are inconvenient for him or that make things difficult for his life. This has been going on for a long time. And the Class 6 course, the St. Hill Special Briefing Course, is the single largest course in all of Scientology. It's extensive. It is a chronological study of all the books, all the lectures, all the written materials. It's, I mean, like literally all the bulletins, all those red volumes, that's the course pack for the course. You read all of those and do a lot of drills and practicals and exercises and clay demos and all the rest. It takes about a year full time, going 9 to 6 every day, Monday through Friday, to get through that course. It is a biggie. And now it hasn't been being delivered in many, many years, maybe coming up on almost 10 years now. It's been a long time. What's up with that? Well, apparently it's up for revision, with going through all the lectures and all the books and revising everything and all the technical volumes, which apparently have been removed from the organizations now. They don't even have them to access. They just have course packs and single issues and things to look at. So I have no idea how they are justifying all of that within the church, but I think it has to do with, well, we had to pull this for review, and then they're just taking forever to do the review because that's Scientology. That's how they do things. And mostly that's because everything lands on Miscavige's desk and just stays there for months, even years. Now, as far as how can they train Class 8 and Class 12 auditors, well, pretty easy. They just don't make any Class 8s anymore either, because the Class 6 course, the briefing course, is a requirement to do the Class 8 course, but it's not a requirement to do, and this is going to sound weird, and I'm not going to go into all the minutia details of this, but it's not a requirement to do the Class 6 course in order to do the Class 8 course in order to do the Class 9 course. And then there's Class 10. You could only have to be what's called a grad 5, a graduate level 5 auditor in order to jump from 5 up to 9. You skip the briefing course, you skip the Class 7 course and the Class 8 course, and you can go straight to Class 9. And then I'm assuming that because they have been making new auditors to deliver the L's, which is the second half of your question. You asked about case supervisors also, which I'll answer, because it's the same thing. They just changed the prerequisites. So you only have to be a grad 5 now, a graduate auditor level 5, in order to do the Class 10, 11, and 12 course. So you get that same jump. They just compensated for it by taking out the requirements, is all you see. In order to be able to deliver the L's, you have to have a Class 10, 11, and 12 auditors. Well, Class 12s, really, because they just there's not too many Class 10s and Class 11s around. They just do 10, 11, and 12, and then they can deliver all 3 of the L rundowns. And that's a real hot commodity in Scientology because the L's are really super expensive. So they were not going to stop that cash cow from happening, even though all the Class 12s that had been made all those years ago by L. Ron Hubbard personally, or at Flag pre-Miscavige being around, all those guys are dying off or have been declared or been kicked out. So they had to make new ones. So they just made new revised check sheets in order to do it. And that's how I understand that that's happening.